What's going on, guys? It's Steve. So this is something that a lot of people don't understand. Why is the Carmelo Anthony trade taking so long? Well, this is the reason why. The Houston Rockets want Melo. Melo wants to go to the Rockets. He has a no-trade clause, so obviously he has the power to say, I'm only going to Houston. The Knicks want to get rid of them. It looks like a win-win for everyone. Melo wants to go there. The Houston Rockets want him. James Harden wants him. Chris Paul wants him. And the Knicks want him out. And Melo wants to leave. Win-win for everyone, right? But no. They need a third team. A third team to complete this trade. Even though Melo said he's willing to trade that $8 million trade kicker, he still needs a third team to complete it because of the amount of money this dude is worth. Okay, his contract. So, why is it taking so long? Because the NBA fears Melo going to a dominant team. Look, I've said this so many freaking times. When Melo is finally dominating on a dominant team, the bandwagoners will come back. They'll come back full force. I've said that, and I'll stand by it. Okay? The bandwagoners will come back full force. Oh, Melo, I've been there since day one. Even though they were booing him a couple months ago. Freaking bums. How the hell are you going to boo the best Knick of all time? How disrespectful can you be? But it's not even that. You want to know what the truth is? Do you really want to know what the truth is? The Western Conference fears them. They need to get a third team. And that most likely third team is going to be in the Western Conference because those are where most of the big contract players are right now. So that third team is going to, because obviously if you look at the salaries between Western Conference players versus Eastern Conference players, it's not even close. The Western Conference just blows out the East, right? You'd expect it to be the other way around because the Northeast has lots of money, but no, the taxes and it just blows out the Eastern Conference. It's not even the point, though. They need to get a third team from the Western Conference to trade for Carmelo Anthony. But guess what? Melo's a bum, though, right? You know, Melo sucks. He's washed up. That's what everyone was saying, right? That's what the fans were saying. That's what players were saying, right? Everyone was saying that. But guess what? You know what the funny part is? Those same people saying that are scared to create a third team, or are scared to participate in this trade to be that third team to help the Rockets land Melo. They're scared to do that. I wonder why they're scared to do that. Why are you scared of a bum? Why are you scared of an old, washed-up ball hog who can't score anymore? He airballs and he gets blocked by the rim when he tries to dunk, and he hasn't made the playoffs in 4 years. Why are you scared of that? He's a bum, though, right? I told you guys this in the beginning of the season. It's going to bite them in their faces. Now they all look like complete morons. They all look like morons. Think about it. When Melo first announced, I want to go to Houston and nowhere else. Remember? No, I take that back. When Melo first announced he wanted to be traded, that entire 4 years before he said that, Melo's a bum. He's washed up. He can't even make the playoffs. He's terrible. He's a ball hog. He's a ball stopper. He doesn't fit into the modern game. But as soon as he said, look, I want to be traded from this team. I don't want to play in New York anymore. I want to get out of this organization. I want to get out of the city. Do you want to know what happened? Oh my gosh, Melo, come to the Trailblazers. Melo, come to the Phoenix Suns. Come here, come there. Every single fan from every single team was begging him to join their team. You don't believe me? Go on Twitter, and I'm not even on Twitter. I just refresh Melo, and obviously there's a little trending spot where Twitter is, because Melo's always trending, because let's be real, he's Melo. He's always trending. And guess what? I'm seeing people from hundreds, thousands, from every city, every team. Melo, you would be a perfect fit with the Phoenix Suns. You'd be the number one option. We'd make the playoffs. We'd win the championship. Melo, come to the Lakers. You could play with Lonzo. You could play with Russell and D'Angelo. But D'Angelo got traded to the Brooklyn Nets. Ha! Look, they want him. Everybody wants Melo. But my response to that is, why would you want a bum? These are the same people calling him a bum, calling him terrible and scared. Look, you want to know the truth? They're scared. They're scared to see Melo go to a championship contender. Because they know, deep down in their hearts, they know If Melo gets traded to the Rockets, every other team besides the Rockets, the Spurs, and the Warriors are irrelevant. Every single team in the league will be irrelevant against, besides Houston, San Antonio, and Golden State. They fear it. Did you see that interview? And this was a real interview on camera of Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. This is what the reporter asked him. We heard you've been reaching out to Melo. Is this true? Dame Dollar. Yeah, I reached out to Melo, He's trying to keep it cool, right? He's like, yeah, I reached out to Melo, He didn't contact me back, but I reached out to him in his camp, and we're going to see if we can get him to Portland. And you can see CJ McCollum with the huge, ugly grin in the background. Nah, let me stop. He's a fly guy. Okay, he probably gets all the ladies. Look. You see CJ pause on that, though. You see CJ McCollum in the background smiling. Oh, we might get Marlo. We might get Melo. And then you're like, yeah, we want him. If Melo comes here, easily will be top 3 in the West. Wait a minute. Now, I'm not saying Damian Lillard specifically said before he wanted Melo and before he knew Melo was available. But I'm pretty sure he didn't think Melo was still a superstar. If you want to talk about disrespect, if you look at the 2017 NBA Finals, LeBron and Giannis Antetokounmpo were the only real people to respect Melo during that All-Star appearance. You want to talk about the interactions and the laughing and all this other stuff? Maybe Stephen Curry showed him respect too when, Stephen Curry, he made that 3 and then he looked at Melo while he's on the bench, and then Melo made the 3 and then he looked at Steph Curry on the bench, and then Giannis asking Melo for advice and how to get better, because obviously Melo's an OG. He's one of the greatest ever, let's be real for a second. Top 50 hands down, right? Giannis asking him for advice. How do I get better? How do I become like you, dominant, MVP? And how do I do this? And then LeBron and Melo laughing and giggling on TV interviews and doing their thing. No one else, though. I saw no interactions. Melo trying to talk to people. They ignore him. They had no respect for the OG because they felt like he didn't deserve it. Somehow, some way, it came to bite them in the ass today. I told you guys this would happen. Once Melo gets to a contender, it's over. It's over. The funny thing is, no one wanted Melo. No one talked about Melo. No teams, no players, no fans from any other roster were talking about Melo. But now, Melo, please come here, go there, come here, go over here, please. Look. At the end of the day, I just need everyone to admit it. Just admit it. Admit he's still a top player. Admit he's still a superstar. And that he's still dominant. Okay? This dude, his name is Carmelo Anthony. And he's a dominant player for a reason. Look, and it's true. If Melo went to Houston, it would honestly, those would be the only 3 relevant teams. And I don't even know if San Antonio would be relevant. I think they will because Kawhi, this dude is out of this world. But those 3 teams right there, that's all it would be. San Antonio, Golden State, and Houston. And in the order, it'll be Golden State, Houston, San Antonio. In that exact order. Every other team, irrelevant, don't even care, don't even bother watching. Obviously, I'm going to still watch my New York Knicks. Let's be real. I've been watching them since Chris Duhon days. But, yeah, you guys don't even know him. But, look. No matter who LeBron gets, all the superstars are in the West now. There's nothing LeBron can do. Obviously, unless he wants to dominate and average a 45-point per game triple-double, then I'll say, wow. Yeah, the Cavs are going to win. But if he doesn't do that, obviously, it's going to go to the Rockets or the Warriors again. Okay? Because if he can't even beat them with Kyrie, and it's not a knock on LeBron because LeBron is the greatest ever. Don't forget that. It's not a knock on LeBron. But what I'm saying is that no matter who he gets from the Eastern Conference, it ain't going to matter. Unless he gets Giannis, then I'll be like, okay, it's a wrap. It's over. Golden State, you're done. Houston, you're done. San Antonio, you're done. That's only if he gets like Giannis or something ridiculous like that. I'd be like, what? Could you imagine Giannis and LeBron? Anyway, guys, man, I've been talking for too much. It's been your man, Steve. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out of here. Peace.